Hey everybody, it's Kevin from Retro Future Guy, and I just wanted to do a quick video showing off my latest largely Lego mini pinball, or mini pinball XL build that I've done here. It's gotten larger to accommodate a 15 or even up to 16-inch monitor or two-in-one tablet. You can see that there's now 5 buttons on the front rather than just the 4 that was on the previous version, and that one could only take really a 14-inch monitor. So this one can take a larger one, but then also instead of running a Legion Go as the kind of brains of this thing, you can see as I tilt this back, the bizarre shape on the front of the back box is to accommodate slotting in a Valve Steam Deck, which a lot more people own, frankly, than the Legion Go, and so I figured it would make this build more accessible to more people. Now you can see as I turn it on, it's actually running WinDeck, which is a version of Windows on it. I've actually got this thing partitioned in half, so it runs both the original Steam OS on half of it, but then also accommodates WinDeck because personally, I like to play on Visual Pinball X, and I have not been able to get all my tables to work successfully on anything other than Windows. And it's probably my own inexperience with Linux, and just I'm not great when it comes to command lines or anything like that. So I found that Windows worked best for me. So you'll see that there's like a little lid to pretty seamlessly cover up the top of this. Ultimately, I will switch camera angles and shut the lights off, and you'll be able to see the back box and its screen a little bit better. Right now, I am slotting in through one of the vents on the back the USB-C, because there is only one USB-C on the Steam Deck. I then plug that into a hub that goes to both the power that powers the Steam Deck, and then also that monitor requires some extra power or it will flicker. And then the other USB-Cs that are on that hub are going to the unit itself to connect to that, and the controller, the KL25Z, I think is what it's called, which has an accelerometer into it. You can connect all the buttons to it, but then it also has an accelerometer so that you can nudge either horizontally or vertically against the side of the machine, and even tilt it if you're hitting it hard enough or often enough. That little border that I put in there, you don't necessarily have to put that in there. I just liked kind of covering up the looking down inside the unit in and around the sides of this thing. If you're using a two-in-one tablet in this, like the Asus X16 or the Z13, you'll probably want to leave that off just to give it more room to breathe. Because if the brains of this unit is in the play field rather than the back box, there's not a lot of airflow in there, and so if you leave that border off, then it'll be kind of healthier, and the unit will run cooler. I've just gone ahead and started up Pinup Popper, which is a front end for all the different pinball systems that you might ever want to run, and it's a cool piece of free software. You'll see that I accidentally set the resolution wrong to 1920 by 1080 versus 1920 by 1200, which is why you see that little black border on the left side of it. I fixed that right after filming this, but it is resolved when I start the game itself. So I'm just gonna start up Attack from Mars, which is one of my favorites here, and after I show off just a little bit more of the overhead perspective, I'll shut the lights off, and you'll see the thing in all its glory with the second back box screen for the score and everything else. So there's 3 buttons on the side of this thing. There's a physical nudge button. There's obviously the flippers, and then there are buttons on the back left and right that allow you to either exit out of the game or perform a different function. For me, it's actually pressing the down key, which helps on some emulators. Now I'm going to catch the ball here momentarily, and you will see me demonstrate the nudge thing. You can see it in both the ball itself and the spaceship that's up in the center, that if I slap the side of this thing, then the ball bounces. You'll see me do it twice, screw it up, and send it right down the center the second time. But yeah, that's one of the benefits of having the accelerometer. You actually don't need to use the physical nudge or MagSafe buttons if you have an accelerometer in your pinball controller. And the KL25Z, if I'm not mistaking that model number, is a really, really good one for it. Cleveland Software Designs has a Pin 1 board that they also make that functions similarly. That's also pretty awesome. Anyway, presently I'll switch to that second view that I was talking about with Medieval Madness. You can see that from this angle, the screen looks a little bit washed out on the playfield, unfortunately. I mean, it looks great on the Steam Deck for the back box, but or the backglass, but the main screen itself is not the best. It's because it's like a $75 Perfect monitor off of Amazon. So I'm sure that a higher quality monitor would look better, but I got this one because it was cheap, and two, because it ran at 144 hertz, which makes for a very smooth pinball. But I was frankly disappointed it wasn't a little bit clearer. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Make sure you like and subscribe for more, and you can check the show notes in the description for both the parts list and the instructions to be able to build your own. So that's it for today. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining me on Retro Future Guy. Take care.